this is Terry, and I'm going live today to give you all a personal reading for all 12 signs for the total solar eclipse happening in Aries on April 8th. 2024, or is it happening in Pisces? I talked about this in my most recent astrology reading. It's really on that cusp between Pisces and Aries. Something is ending and something is beginning as we are in this eclipse portal that we're already in. We just had that Libra lunar eclipse on the last full moon. And how are you feeling now? I'm just playing my singing bowl to center myself because honestly, I don't love going live, but I just wanted to give this a try. I know that YouTube is really pushing these vertical lives, so I thought I would give it a try. And my singing bowl, of course, has my evening's Powerball ticket. If you have a Powerball ticket and you are hoping to win tonight, it's almost $1 billion. And I love to just ring my Powerball ticket in my prayer bowl. Why not? But if you have a Powerball ticket for this day, this Saturday night, leave it in the comments and I will send Reiki for you to win, because I actually find it's easier to send Reiki to what you want to manifest than to send Reiki to my own personal manifestations. And that's because it's so much easier to manifest things when you have no attachment to outcome. So I send distance Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I've been doing Reiki for 24 years, and I teach Reiki classes, and I wrote a book, Reiki for Abundance, and I love to send Reiki healings to people and send Reiki for situations and distance Reiki for people to manifest their heart's desire. That is my favorite thing. And I'm also an astrologer, and today I just want to talk about the total solar eclipse and then do little mini readings for all 12 signs, because we just recorded our total solar eclipse video out in nature, and I was so happy just to get out in nature. I haven't been out in nature in a while. It's been a really long winter in the Pacific Northwest where I live. And it started raining before I got to the 12 zodiac sign horoscopes for the eclipse. So I thought I'll just do this. And today I'm going to give each 12 signs a little I-Ching reading for each and every sign. And we'll just see, maybe I'll do an I-Ching reading for the actual eclipse too, and just see what it says about this eclipse. It's really interesting times. And we are in that eclipse portal. Like I said, it began with the Libra lunar eclipse, and it will continue for the entire next lunar eclipse, because the total solar eclipse that is coming, this big one, this is the biggest total solar eclipse we will have in our lifetime. We won't have another one this big for like 150 years, because it's going to last 4 full moments. And it's really a 28-day lunar cycle that the energy of the eclipse will still be soaking in it. We'll still be having the effects from it. We'll still be having so much change. It's 28 days lunar cycle from April 8th, where we get that new moon in Aries. And then it takes, the new moon goes waxing into the full moon, and then from the full moon, that same moon is waning until we get the next new moon, which I think is happening May 6th. So we are soaking in this eclipse portal until May 6th, and the changes will keep coming all through April into May. And this is a time of a kind of collective awakening where we can really begin to see what is really going on. And if you are an Aries or a Libra, or perhaps you have Aries Libra rising, or you have Aries Libra North Node, you will be feeling this most of all. And this will be bringing up your soul's big life lessons for you, coming in hot for you to do the thing you were born to do. You were brought here in this planet to do a thing, and it may even be some kind of uprooting in some way. There may be an uprooting involved. There may be a loss that is making room. I'm seeing this in a lot of the astrology chart readings I'm doing right now. That loss, that uprooting is making way for something new to come to you, some new direction. It's like if you've ever lost your job, but then you get an even better job, or you've lost your home where you're living, but then you get an even better place to live. Same with relationships. Maybe a relationship is ending and it's making room for you to find the true love of your life, your twin flame. There may be this loss, making room for the next best thing. So even if things seem bad right now for you, remember it will get better. Something better wants to find you. That's why this is happening. And you are not alone. And I feel like we need to start an eclipse support group right now, honestly, because I've just been hearing from so many people whose charts I've been doing this month that they've been telling me about how difficult this time is for so many of you. And honestly, I am grateful that I have a psychology degree when I do these astrology readings, because astrology is so psychological, especially during an eclipse time when there's so much transformation, metamorphosis, and everyday lifestyle changes happening. This eclipse portal is a time of unraveling. This is that crossing that 12th house into the first house. We're leaving Pisces 12th house season, moving into Aries first house season. There is death, rebirth, and new directions, and a new life that is being born at this season. And unraveling is just the word that best describes this process. There's crazy energy out there in the world, and you can see a lot of people are unraveling right now. If you've experienced any unraveling, let me know down in the comments. And so many people are going through healing crisis because we have that Chiron in Aries, that wounded warrior healer coming in so strong. And it reminds me of something Eckhart Tolle said: when people behave badly, when they are coming from their pain body. And so many people in our world right now are just sort of acting out of their pain body. They're coming out of their pain. And this is Chiron in Aries that is going to be conjunct Aries on this total solar eclipse. But we're already feeling those deepest wounds, our biggest pains. Lots of people having actual symptoms, headaches, nausea. I'm hearing about these in my feed. Going along with those solar storms, we've been having these X1 intense solar storms, and it's all just bringing up our wounds to be healed, to be felt. But within those deepest wounds are your deepest gifts. So don't try to ignore it. Don't try to push it down. We have to unravel the wound. That is part of the unraveling, is the wounds coming up. And we have to unravel that wound so we can find our deepest gifts. And right after I recorded the total solar eclipse reading, I saw this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh that I think just so perfectly describes the feeling of this eclipse portal. He says, collective awakening is our hope, and the hope of our planet. And collective awakening is possible. We are in a time of collective awakening, and it is coming from Chiron in Aries, that wounded warrior healer that is just making us heal our own wounds. Healer, heal thyself right now. We're having healing crisis as part of this collective awakening that is happening. And we will continue to undergo throughout the next weeks to come with this total solar eclipse portal that really doesn't wrap up until May 6th. And we'll still be reeling for a while. And then in the fall, we'll get another 2 sets of eclipses. Just by the time we're recovered from this, the fall will come with more eclipse energy. So hold on and just take care of yourself. Do the self-care. I find taking lots of magnesium and B12 during this time has been helpful for me, along with salt baths and detox and tons of herbal teas and kava for good dreams, and just do whatever it is that you do. Let me know what your favorite self-care is. I do Reiki. I do self-Reiki on myself, and I do pendulum energy clearing. Somewhere around here is my pendulum. And just doing a lot of energy clearing, a lot of saging, burning Palo Santo, just getting out into nature and putting your bare feet on the ground to do earthing, everything you can just to center yourself in this great unraveling and healing crisis that will awaken us all in this collective awakening that is so necessary for our planet right now, and we're all soaking in it. So now I just want to do a personal reading for all 12 signs, and I'm also going to do a little I-Ching. And I'm going to start with Aries, the star of the show. This eclipse is in Aries. And Aries, you are the head of the dragon tail for this total solar eclipse. And you are awakening to a new reality that you are creating with your thoughts. So be careful what you think right now, Aries. Your thoughts are becoming your life. And Venus enters your sign just before the eclipse to make sure you stay heart-centered. Venus, that planet of love, is asking you to love yourself and to be in a state of love as you make huge quantum leap shifts. And this day, April 8th, can feel really intense for you. So I would definitely take that Monday off and be mindful of just what is coming up for you, what is wanting to be processed on this magic Monday that is the eclipse. Because fate and destiny are conspiring to pull you into a brand new direction this year, and it is your soul's calling to follow this new path and just be childlike as you explore what is coming next, step by step on this new great adventure that is your one precious life. And this can be a really powerful time to get into those I am messages, just looking into the mirror and saying, I am worthy of love, I am abundant, I am receiving everything I desire. Whatever it is you want to become, just I am that I am. And just look into your own eyes in the mirror as you do this so that you can be empowered and you can really call in what it is you want to step into as your life begins to shift in this new direction. If there's any career you want to try out, you know, I am a writer that I am a singer that I am, whatever it is, I am that I am, and look into the mirror and look into your own eyes as you say it, Aries. And I'm going to do a little I-Ching for Aries, the star of this eclipse, and we will see. I put on my reading glasses so I can read the I-Ching. number 14. Oh, I love, this is a good one, Aries. This is a good one. The hermit delights in the rain on his roof, beating patterns against a woven thatch, and he drinks himself to sleep among the apricots and dislikes the wakeful chatter of birds. You have the most amazing prospects right now. This is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and abundance is coming to you. You can manifest anything that you desire now. And any improvements in your life will likely be gradual, but through these gradual progressions, remember that nothing is perfect in this world, and you are attaining a higher level of success. In Chinese legend, the hermit is a strange person. He often enjoys a raucous life, enjoying alcohol especially. But the apricots are a symbol of abundance and long life. So this poem is saying if you seek a long life, you must wake up to the reality of your life and begin to make a change. And I like to read in the back, there's a little bit more. It also says, you will have many possessions and great luck this season. It bodes well for you to have numerous possessions and great success. Everything you desire is coming to you now, Aries. Well, that's just as good as it gets. And I love this number 14. Whenever I get the number 14, I'm pretty happy about it. So, Aries, I hope you will take care of yourself as you make these huge shifts. Just remember to nourish yourself and do the self-care and feeling the self-love and just honoring your process. Just surrender to the process and let life take you where it wants to, because it's going to anyways. And next up, I'm going to read Taurus. Taurus, you are that next door neighbor to Aries. So you're close to the action this total solar eclipse. You're in a semi-sextile to everything going on. And there is some major quantum shift forward that is quietly brewing right now in your sign, with Jupiter and Uranus conjunction coming up that is going to impact you in a major way later this April. And this is your quiet reflection before the storm. You may feel a need for more solitude, to just stand in the place that you live. I think of that REM song when I think about Taurus during this eclipse. You should just be really thinking about where you live and why you're there, and thinking about the directions and wondering why you haven't thought about it all. I can't remember all the songs, but just standing in the place that you work and live and thinking about your place in the world, and wonder why you haven't really given much thought to how you got here and where you're going next. This is your homework, to just pay attention to where you are now and where do you want to go, because you're getting ready for this quantum leap forward. And you might just want to put that REM song, that stand in the place that you live, put it on repeat and think about these things just as you are about to change your purpose in the grand scheme of your world right now. You may have some kind of aha breakthrough during this eclipse. If you give yourself enough time, space, and quiet to just reflect on your life path, and you're just about to make this massive leap forward. Do you feel it, Taurus? Do you feel this leap forward coming? And you're going to want to make sure you have clarity. I find clarity comes from journal writing. We got these little eclipse journals, and we got these from Printify, and I have them down in the description of my videos. This is a time, Taurus, to do the journal writing, to just try to figure it all out. What is your next step? Where are you now, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be? Because you are about to leap forward, but you got to look before you leap. You got to know where you're going before you take that quantum leap. And I am going to do the I-Ching for Taurus too. I'm going to do I-Ching for everybody. Hopefully I just get one. I said that and then I got two. I'm going to go with the first one I pick up. It's number 7. So let's see. This is Taurus, I-Ching, number 7. Although he reached a great position, wise Lu did not care for earthly things. He brewed instead the pills of heaven, forging immortality in his earthly crucible. And Taurus, this is an extremely good fortune. Taurus has been lucky all year because Taurus, you have Jupiter, the king of wishes, in your sign. And Jupiter is hanging out there till May, so you can still keep putting in your wishes and getting your wishes granted by Jupiter. And your position in life should soon improve, and great wealth is potentially on hand. Any plans you're acting on at the moment are likely to be successful and lead to higher and higher prospects. If you are ill, you will soon recover, and visitors from overseas are likely to come and bring you good news. Your personal relationships will be happy and content all year. Power comes in 2 forms. There is temporary power, like being the head of your group or the big boss. But those who understand real power look to the second kind, and that is spiritual power that brings attainment of all that you desire. This power does not seek to dominate, but to become so fully at one with the Tao that you never die and you always have all of your needs met, living forever in its ebb and flow. Immortality is ultimately union with the Tao, and this is the greatest symbol of true power. Whew. That is a really good one for Taurus. Lucky Taurus. Taurus has been lucky all year with that Jupiter in Taurus. And then on April 20th, when Jupiter and Uranus conjunct, it can only mean good things for Taurus because you're in such a good position of wealth and power, true spiritual attainment power. So good luck for Taurus. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, this solar eclipse in April brings you a lucky sextile. There's a lot of luck here in this eclipse portal. Gemini gets a lucky sextile that can increase your fame, influence, and ultimately bring you great wealth. Especially if you own your own business, or if you're about to publish a book, or you're just putting yourself out there in some way, some creative work, music, painting, artwork. This is a good time to put yourself out there with shameless self-promotion, Gemini. And if you are a Gemini and you want to tell us about your latest business ventures, your artwork, your music, whatever, Gemini, I invite you to go ahead and leave a comment about what it is you want to promote, because this is a time for you to market yourself and market your business and market your projects in a bigger way, Gemini, because you will be seen under this eclipse portal, and all of your efforts, all those efforts you've been doing for so long, are finally going to be recognized and financially rewarded. And any petty obstacles or conflicts that you have been going through that have shown up for you lately, they will all be resolved under this eclipse portal. So this is a good time. The energy supports you to move forward on your big plans. And it's a good time for Gemini to start a new relationship or new friendships, because you are like a magnet to attract people to you for love, business, and just having fun. So this is going to be a good time for Gemini. That is such good news. And I'm going to do the I-Ching for Gemini. There it goes. Oh, it's 48. 48. Let's see. Gemini, your I-Ching reading for the total solar eclipse in Aries is: the humble partridge becomes the great roc, a freedom no other bird can know. Higher and higher he soars into the sky, leaving miles of clouds far behind him. Leaving miles of clouds behind him is almost like leaving those petty obstacles. Like, oh, doesn't even matter, I'm flying high. You are rising above, Gemini. A dramatic change is about, we're all going through change. A dramatic change is about to occur in your life. And whether it's for the good or bad depends on your actions. So be prepared for things to change completely and adapt with the new circumstances that are coming in. While you may have difficulties forming new relationships, existing ones will probably be successful. Business deals will take some time but will prove profitable overall. And this is a I-Ching about contrast. The roc was a vast mythological creature, and the partridge just a small, dull bird. Yet says the poet, that which was humdrum and ordinary can become transformed into greatness. This is aligning really well with your astrology. You will be in charge of your own destiny to gain greatness if you want it. Your actions will make you a better person. It is in your power to be great, to have greatness. So see if you are able to make the change, Gemini. Woo. Gemini, you are pretty comfortable with change, so I think you're ready to become a great mythological creature and overcome being humdrum partridge. I think you are definitely a mythological creature worthy, Gemini. So I wish you the best of luck as you will be seen during this eclipse portal. Make sure it's for something good. And next up we have Cancer. And Cancer, this solar eclipse in Aries is square to your sign, bringing you that diamond making pressure that I don't love squares. You guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I say, give me trines and sextiles and less squares. So I'm sorry to say that Cancer has a square. And this can bring some obstacles and challenges, but there is still a great potential here to rise above those distractions and still reach your goals of something greater if you can use this diamond-making pressure to progress by being hyper-focused on what it is you want and need to accomplish. And make sure you have a keen strategy and don't get distracted. Really focus on one thing at a time. You're like a long distance runner who has a momentary trip up, but you have to get back up and stay in the race with your eye on the prize, Cancer. You've got to win or at least get to the finish line. So get out there, get your job done, and then you can get back home to really enjoy your happy place once you've accomplished this big goal that even though you're going to, I believe, Cancer, you're going to accomplish, you're going to do the thing, but you're going to be doing it up against this diamond-making pressure, this square. And let's hope that your I-Ching says something better than your astrology. Let's see. We've had some pretty good I-Chings. We haven't had anything too negative. I'm going to go with the first one because, okay. So this is number 38. Number 38. Free from his day's work, the poet sailed leisurely home. Though not spacious, His cottage always served him well, and he could write poems or drink wine by the south window or go for a lazy stroll enjoying the beauty of the mountains. While you are unlikely to achieve great fame this week, you will probably find happiness provided you are prepared to settle for modest gains rather than overreaching yourself right now. You should learn to avoid taking risks because with little effort on your part, you could achieve a truly contented life with a nice home. Contentment is this poem's theme. And we see poets as creatures of leisure, but in reality, most Chinese poets were scholars, administrators, or judges, and they worked hard. But when the day was done or they retired, they found true peace in being content with the simple little things of life. So find contentment and joy in the life you have now. Well, that's a nice one. Okay. I hope that you can get through this square and things are going to get better. Cancer, you just got to get it done, whatever it is. There's something out there that you just have to accomplish. And once you accomplish it, you could be like that retired poet and you can just enjoy the leisure and contentment of your home. I really feel like there's something you're going out to do something and then you just can't wait to get home. Like, we got to go so we can get back home. I think that was a book. Anyways, I am moving on now to Leo. Leo, this fiery Aries eclipse is bringing you a passionate trine to your fire sign. All the fire signs get a trine. And this is opening your heart to bring you a higher love. Oh, this is a really good one, Leo. And Chiron in Aries is also coming in to heal all of your old heart wounds. And this is really for Leos, Leo risings, Leo north nodes. I just want to put that out there. As a Leo rising, I'm resonating with this too. I'm a Scorpio, but my Leo rising is like, yes, let's heal our hearts because so much that we manifest, it comes from our heart energy. And if you research heart math, you will learn that the heart is more powerful than the brain for really making things happen. So Chiron in Aries is saying it is time to do the deep healing of your heart. And things from your past relationship dramas, they may be coming up right now just to be resolved. And this could be a good time to do some therapy or some processing to really let go of any old heart injuries or any old relationship baggage or even stuff that's come from your family. It's a really good time to do a practice like radical forgiveness where you can just come from your heart and just forgive anyone and everyone who's ever hurt your heart. And when you forgive and when you process and resolve your heart issues, you can just make room in your heart for this influx of love that is just pouring into your heart right now and pouring over you. And if you are single, Leo, this is the time during this eclipse portal, you may attract the love of your life under this influence. You could find your twin flame, you could find your soulmate during this eclipse portal, Leo, and I hope this for you. There's so much love energy. And if you're in a relationship, you may open yourself up to an even greater trust of your partner. Something happens that deepens your connection to your partner. And there could even be wedding bells coming this year for so many Leos that I know. And your heart has all the answers for you. So spend some time just listening to your heart during this eclipse portal, and then journal whatever it is your heart is telling you. And we did a really amazing sound healing that was specific to the heart with binaural beats at 428, the heart vibration that opens the heart chakra. And you can find that on our channel and just listen to that love music. That love music will also help to heal and open your heart so that you can find true love, or you can be more open to your partner if you're in a relationship. And I'm going to read the I-Ching for Leo. And Leo got number 44. Let's see. I loved reading the I-Ching. Okay, Leo, number 44. I love this one. This is funny. Okay, this is a funny story. But when I got married, I had a friend who was marrying us. He was our ordainme.com. He did like ordainme.com to be our minister to do our wedding. And he said, oh, you should read the I-Ching at your wedding. I'm telling you, I'm getting chills because I know you Leos, you're getting married this year. Because this was the one that was read at our wedding, just happenstance. And our friend said, you love the I-Ching. I go, oh, but I don't know, man. The I-Ching, even today as I was going to read these I-Chings, I was like, sometimes the I-Ching can be really negative. Well, just wait. I'm going to read the back of this one because it is really funny. But this actually is a beautiful, powerful symbol of love, but it has an interesting side note, sidebar. So anyways, I'm just going to read it for you. Number 44. Competing fiercely to become spring's queen. That is just like a Leo. To compete fiercely to become spring's queen. The garden flowers all blossom to their full beauty. And who will win the golden crown of glory? Among them all, it is the peony that stands out. And I love peonies. That is my favorite flower. Leo, your attempts to gain wealth and fame are likely to be successful, and your personal relationships will turn out well too. You need only search to find many opportunities for advancement. So do not hesitate to put your plans into action. This is a good idea to commit yourself more strongly to current relationships. The peony is the most beloved flower of Chinese poets and artists, for it has a strong sexual overtone, being in its elongated bud stage, which is an example of the male member and that yang principle. But its multitude of opening petals is the symbol of the female sex and the yin, open and receptive principle. So the peony combines the yin and yang symbolism, divine feminine, divine masculine. It is said to be complete, both yin and yang, you will be able to progress. So do not rely on just one aspect of your personality. In Chinese slang, a peony is also a name, a word used for a stunningly beautiful, sexy young woman. So do not hide your light under a bushel. If you are young and sexy and beautiful, get out and be seen and go, be like a magnet for somebody. Be like a magnet for your true love. And if you have skills and attributes, show them and others will appreciate you and you will advance. But now I have to read you the back because remember, this I-Ching was read at my wedding and I cannot believe of all the I-Chings we got this one because it is so funny. This is I-Ching number 44, which is to meet. And it says the woman is strong and tough. One should not marry a woman like this. One should not marry a woman like this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that came up. And then my husband said, well, that didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. So luckily we've been married for 17 years and that I-Ching didn't scare him off on my wedding day. But I don't recommend doing the I-Ching on your wedding day. There's too many possible negative I-Chings. So it's a little bit dicey. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. We're about halfway through, and next up is Virgo. And that is so funny that I did a sip of my coffee because I actually got this coffee cup from one of you who is a Virgo. And that was just synchronicity because my throat had a tickle right as I was getting ready to, I didn't plan that. Anyways, so I'm going to read Virgo. This is your eclipse astrology reading for the total solar eclipse in Aries happening on April 8th. And this Aries eclipse is quincunx for Virgo. And this is that kind of wobbly, I like to say weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. If you're really old, you would know what that means. But this is a bit of a wobbly energy that makes you feel a little like, I'm not sure about what I'm doing right now, you know? And this can bring up all your deepest insecurities, anxieties, and fears about the future. So just keep telling yourself, it's okay. Just talk to yourself like your own inner child, like you're talking to a child, like, it's going to be okay, don't worry. This too shall pass. This too shall pass is something I kept telling myself in 2020. That's okay, I've been through a lot. This too shall pass. So you might want to tell yourself, this too shall pass, as you may be navigating some tricky energies or just some uncertainty about the future. And I like to say, don't start future tripping. Don't worry about what's happening in the future or where you're going to live or what you're going to do and blah, blah, blah. Stay here. Be here now. Your power, Virgo, is right here in this moment. And that is all you have to worry about. Are you happy right here in this moment? Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about where you're going to be in a year. Just stay here. Be here now, as Ram Dass would say. And it's like Virgo is trying to figure your way out of a complicated maze. And you're getting really scared, you know, like in The Shining when there was that maze in the snow. And you're just taking it all too seriously. So don't try to get out of any situation. Just look for the little glimmers and shimmers, those little things that shine, that little sparkly, shiny things that you can enjoy in this moment right now. That's all we have is this moment right now. So look for the joy that is always available to you, because looking for the glimmers and the shimmers and the joy will be the key to your ultimate freedom. That helps shine a light. That joy is like a light in the maze that shines the light to help you find your way out. So when you have fear, oh, now the maze is totally dark and you don't know how to get out of the situation. But if you look for the joy and tap into your heart space and expand that joy and love and higher vibrational energy, that will light your way out of the maze. And then you can get out. And then you're on your way to something even better that is coming. And let's see what the I-Ching says, because I know it's going to get better for you, Virgo. It's just a little tricky. It's just a little wobbly right now. Don't worry about it. This too shall pass. And your I-Ching is number 54. And I sure hope it's not a negative one after I gave you all that scary stuff. Okay, oh, I think this could be a good one for you, actually. Reflections in rippling water are constantly shifting and changing. They're never the same. In fate, everything is set, and no advice can really help the outcome. Like a reflection in water, things can seem not certain right now. So you should take precautions against possible risky endeavors or dangers. Don't embark on anything that you're not sure about. In doing business, you may meet with some obstructions, so it's not a good time to start a business. I wouldn't start a business when I'm feeling wobbly. But on the positive side, you will definitely recover from illness easily, and people who are missing from your life are likely to return soon, surprisingly. The Chinese notions of fate and fortune set a clear line between what is fixed and is your destiny and what is mutable and changeable. So certain aspects of fate, like the day you were born or the kind of family you're born into, are fixed. But the rest is up to you. You can co-create this life, and if there is some aspect of yourself that makes you behave in a way that you dislike, It is up to you to make a change. Otherwise, you will fate yourself to be like that for the rest of your life. Fate can keep you trapped. But your choice is to make a change that can set you free. I love that. I was talking about getting free from the maze, and it is up to you to get yourself out of the maze. And how do you get yourself out of the maze? And how do you make a change to set yourself free? It all begins in the way that you're talking to yourself, your self-talk, and the thoughts that you're believing, and doing that inner work so that you're focusing on the good things. When you focus on the good things, more good things show up. So remember to keep looking for the joy and the love and the little glimmers that put you into that higher vibrational, positive outlook. I think that is the key. That was a really cool one. Okay, so now we're going to do the eclipse reading for Libra. Libra, you just completed an intense lunar eclipse in your sign. And now this total solar eclipse in Aries is in opposition to your sign. So this is just fueling your fire to make some big changes in your work, in your relationships, in your home life. You just are craving a change for the better. And you have this drive and determination to do something completely different. But I would say give yourself plenty of time and space to make sure you're making the right decisions for everyone before you take that leap of faith. I know so many Libras right now. When I'm doing these astrology, I've manifested so many Libras with these astrology readings I've been doing. I'm having an astrology sale right now on my, I have the link on my YouTube channel, but so many Libras are like, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to get divorced, I'm going to leave the country, I'm moving to Portugal. You know, Libras are just wanting to escape reality in big ways, and that's fun. I mean, that's kind of what happens in an eclipse portal, sure, but just make sure that these changes that you're making, you're really listening to the divine messages, you're really channeling the wisdom, tapping into what spirit, like let spirit guide you as you make these changes. Don't just quit your job with no plans of what to do next, or leave your family, or, you know, I know somebody who's leaving her teenagers to just go travel the world, who is a Libra, and that's so fun. I mean, if you can do it, it's great. But I also think maybe you're just under the influence of the eclipse portal, and when it wears off and the stars are out of your eyes, you're going to go, what have I done? I just got rid of something really good. You know, don't get rid of anything that you can't get back, Libra. So just take your time, make sure you're making the right decisions, and you're not just under the influence of this changing lunar cycle that is so heavily impacting you, with both that lunar eclipse in your own sign and then the Aries eclipse opposing your sign. You're really soaking in it, Libra. So just take your time and don't look before you leap, as they say. I'm going to do an I-Ching for Libra. I can't wait to see what this is going to say. That one came right out. Okay. So this is I-Ching number 51. During the long, long summer dog days, everybody is tortured by the burning sun. But now a calm and soothing breeze has arisen, and the will of heaven will ease the human souls. At this moment, everything may seem overwhelming, and your problems are just too many to cope with effectively. Do not be worried. Do not act hastily. That's what I'm saying. Don't act hastily, Libra. Learn to relax, to avoid stress, and your problems will soon pass. Your personal life will blossom, and you are likely to make new friends with someone who is in a good position to help you move forward. Any investments you've made, however, may take a sharp downturn if you're not careful. So be wise to take money out of your investments while you can, Libra. A hot summer can almost be unbearable. It is a small wonder that the emperor sacrificed to the yin spirit of cold, wet, and winter at the height of their summers. But through the rise and fall of yin and yang, we know that summer is always followed by a cooler autumn and winter. So bear with your current situation and you will find that things are about to become a little bit easier. Change will come. It always does. Oh, I love this one for Libra so much because this is, I love when the I-Ching is just saying exactly what the astrology is saying, and that's so magical because this is saying you don't have to like strike out and, you know, quit your job or get divorced. The change is going to come anyways. And just let the change be an evolution, Libra. Don't feel like you have to force change or make a huge change. Just allow the change to come. Like a plant or a seed will just allow itself to sprout and grow forth. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be in charge of the change. Just allow the changes to come and just sort of ride the wave. And don't make hasty decisions that you may regret later, I'm afraid. Okay, now I'm going to do Scorpio, which is my favorite one. That's my sign. No, just kidding. I would love to know how many Scorpios are out there, though. If you are a Scorpio, definitely leave me a comment because I would love to know my sister Scorpios. And Scorpio, this eclipse is quincunx your sign. Just like that Virgo had quincunx, Scorpio is also feeling a little wobbly, a little unsure about your future. And you have been imagining this new life for so long, and it's like your plans have been carefully constructed and mapped out, but there's this fear or resistance that stops you from really going for it, Scorpio. So just let yourself go and just do the thing you've always wanted to do. Who cares if you fail, succeed or fail, just do the thing. Just give it a try. And you may want to seek advice from a mentor, teacher, or a coach who can really help you formulate your plan forward to make the big decisions and plot your success and just do the thing. Somebody who can push you. It could just be a good friend who says, just go for it. And make a note in your calendar that on April 20th, Jupiter and Uranus will be in that powerful, rare, once-in-a-lifetime conjunction that is opposite Scorpio. Taurus, opposite Scorpio, right? So this is really going to be bringing in unexpected events that could change everything. So just be flexible with your plans this spring. I'm trying not to put too many things on my calendar this year. I just want to be open to what shows up. There could be some opportunities to show up. You don't want to be like over-scheduled, Scorpio. Allow some wiggle room for the most amazing opportunity to come this spring that you don't even know what it is yet, but it could rock your world in a good way. And so just stay flexible, stay open to new ideas, new opportunities, new friends, new directions. With this quincunx. Still feeling a little unsure though. Let's read the I-Ching for Scorpio. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. I'm just shaking the sticks out of this little bamboo cup. This is how we do I-Ching. And I got number 50 for Scorpio. Number 50. Let's see. Oh, this is the cauldron, the three-legged pot. And fleeing a lord's wrath, the hero rushed to the river, where friendly boatmen ferried him over. The hero offered him his swords and thanks, but he refused, placing friendship above material rewards. Scorpio, you have little to worry about materially speaking in your life. Do not work yourself too hard this season. Learn to enjoy the pleasures of family life and your hobbies. You should take care in your business dealings and avoid overspending, particularly around the holidays. This tale is taken from one of the great Chinese tales that makes the point that sometimes people do things because the action is right, not out of a hope for reward. And it may be that you have underestimated the support, care, and commitment offered by those around you. You cannot buy such loyalty and friendship. You can only thank heaven for them when you find them. And in the I-Ching, traditionally, this number 50 is represented as the Ting, T-I-N-G. It's a three-legged cooking pot that is like a cauldron. And this is a symbol of great abundance and fortune. And come on, Powerball. I know several Scorpios who are obsessed with Powerball, myself included. But the reason the cauldron is a symbol of such abundance is because if you think about the beginning of civilization, if you had a cooking pot and a fire and food, you had everything you needed, right? And so just to have that three-legged pot and food to put in it and to cook over the fire is this I-Ching is saying, Scorpio, you have everything you need. And you have all the resources at your disposal. So just go ahead and go for it. Do the thing because you've got people backing you. You've got the support. You've got the nourishment of the cooking pot. And the abundance is just waiting for you to light the fire and get cooking. Ooh, I like that one. I think this eclipse is going to be okay, even if it is a little wobbly. But it's going to be okay for us. And next up, I'm going to read Sagittarius. We've got another fire sign. Those lucky fire signs are having a trine because Aries is a fire sign. So all the fire signs are getting lucky on this eclipse. And this fiery Aries eclipse trining your Sagittarius fire sign brings in this harmonious, relaxing influence that says the energy supports you in anything you want to do. You can really go after your goals, go after a new job, start a new relationship. And the energy of this eclipse is supporting you to make a change in whatever it is you want to start. If you are dating someone, you're likely to attract just the right person to you for this eclipse portal. I really see Sagittarius falling in love or having deeper commitment. This has been coming up over and over again all year, but especially during this eclipse portal with this lucky trine hitting your heart center just like it is for Leo. This is giving you this increased confidence to go after things and really get it. If you're in sales, you have the confidence to make the sale. And it means you can also make other gains in your professional life. The money is going to show up. You can do what you love. The money will follow. Anything that you do will just be blessed by this eclipse portal trine by Aries. It's a very ambitious time, but it's ambitious for work and love, which is really interesting. So going after, almost Sagittarius can be a little competitive in love. And if you're feeling competitive, like you're going to get the girl over somebody else, you probably will, or you're going to get the job over somebody else. Whatever you're competing in, Sagittarius, you are going to win. And if I was a Sagittarius, I'd probably buy a Powerball for Sagittarius too, because they're so lucky. Everything is so auspicious and in your favor. And you can really expect favors from others, especially people in a position of power are ready and willing to help you succeed right now. So if you were thinking about asking somebody for, maybe asking for a raise, a promotion, or a new job, this is the time to ask somebody empowered to just sort of lift you up. And I can't wait to see what the I-Ching is going to say about this. I already know this one. I-Ching 1. As this is the perfect. This is like as I was doing the I-Ching, maybe I willed it because I was like, this sounds like I-Ching 1, and then I got I-Ching 1. Synchronicity. So I-Ching 1 says, the Han Dynasty began with the fall of a great city, and two generals competed to be the conqueror. One threw up walls around it, but the mightiest could break them down to claim his throne. Just as the general in this story becomes an emperor, this predicts that you will rise to a high position, Sagittarius, so long as you seize the opportunities given to you and strike while the iron is hot. This is a very good fortune for anything to do with business affairs and love life. Although it's possible you will have difficulties with a particularly tenacious rival. It's also a fortunate moment for you to commit yourself to any kind of love relationships, as your existing relationship will probably grow stronger. And in the I-Ching, I know that number 1 is also symbolized as the dragon. And here we are in a dragon year. This is the dragon taking flight. And it's such a symbol of the divine masculine energy, that fiery masculine energy that is all yang. And it is about continuing through on a goal that you set for yourself and finally attaining it by just imagining that dragon taking flight and going after the girl, going after the money. You got it all, Sagittarius. I think you might be the luckiest one this eclipse portal. I want to go rub Sagittarius like they're a lucky Buddha or something. If you are a Sagittarius or you know a Sagittarius, they are going to be lucky during this eclipse portal, which is really nice. Okay, next up is Capricorn. This solar eclipse in Aries in April squares your sign, just like Cancer. And this is bringing a potential for challenges that will be testing your character. But I know, Capricorn, you have the strongest character. And if you are on the right path, you can still make progress by just staying focused on the primary goal. Just like Cancer, you've got to stay hyper-focused on your goal amidst these diamond-making squares that you will be having. But if you should face defeat or disappointment, my dear Capricorns, this might be a time to reassess your plans moving forward. Maybe what you're setting out to do is not the right thing to do, and these obstacles and challenges are just bringing you this awareness that you might have to change your strategy, or you might even have to change your business model or something like that. And this kind of square can also affect your relationships, your love relationships. You might find, oh, maybe this person isn't quite right for me after all. I thought that we were just perfectly aligned, but now I'm seeing that we don't get along. We don't have the similar views on a lot of things. We're very different, and it might not work. And so it's just a real time of assessment to just figure out if the path you're on is the right one. It's not too late to go back and take that other path in the other road. And yeah, and it's just a tricky time, but I know, my Capricorn friends, you will get through it. This too shall pass. Things get better. That's our mantra for the I-Ching. And your I-Ching is number 40. I hope it's not a negative one after I just gave you kind of a negative reading. Oh, okay, this is funny. This is actually a good fortune. You just got to hang in there. Hang in there, Capricorn. The square is going to be okay. The countryside was full of chaos and disorder before the new emperor came with a mandate of heaven. A good ruler serves the whole country, both poor and rich, and brings peace, prosperity, and good times for all. This is an extremely good fortune. Oh, thank God, Capricorn. I didn't want you to get a bad fortune with a square. This is a good fortune, showing the likely attainment of many of your goals. Fate will probably shield you against most illnesses and obstacles, if you work hard and help others, you will find joy in everything you do. You should consider settling down permanently and committing yourself to your partner if your relationship is aligned. Interesting. It could be very successful. And this mandate of heaven means the right to rule. And Chinese emperors were once called the sons of heaven. So if chaos, war, civil unrest, bad harvests, or adverse weather conditions or pandemics afflicted the state, this was seen as a clear sign that heaven had withdrawn the right to rule. See the present times of disturbance as the passing of an old, corrupt way, and be prepared to look for the new way, the new order, which will restore order because it has been blessed. Oh, I'm really glad things are going to work out for you, Capricorn. You can get past this little square. It's only going to last till about May. And then, then good fortune is going to shine on you. So this is a really good one. I'm glad for that. And next up, I'm going to read Aquarius. We just have 2 more to go. I don't think anyone's actually watching this whole thing through. Maybe you're just waiting for your sign, though. If you're a Pisces, I'm sorry, you're waiting till the end, man. Aquarius, this eclipse is bringing you a lucky sextile. We have some really good luck for a lot of people today. And this makes you so charismatic, Aquarius. Not like you're not always charismatic, Aquarius, but now you can really boost your business if you're in sales or bring a new love interest into your life. It just makes you want to have fun, and you are a magnet to just draw in the good things for you right now. But you don't have to work so hard, Aquarius. The good things are going to find you when you're having fun. So your homework assignment is to just have as much fun as you can. If you can possibly go on vacation right now, that is a good way to align to this fun, loving energy. Maybe take a spontaneous road trip. That would feel so freeing and fabulous. And you would just fall into some kind of good luck. It's like the universe wants to take you on a journey and give you things and give you gifts. And this is time to focus on your own personal needs and taking care of number 1, Aquarius, getting plenty of rest and nourishment, because you do so much for others and you work so hard for the community and the good of others that now is a time for Aquarius to be a little selfish, to treat yourself. Maybe healer, heal thyself. Aquarius, if you are a healer, this is a time to really shine your healing light on yourself and do your own inner work and just take some time out. Just take some time out for whatever it is you want to do, Aquarius, because you deserve it. You deserve to be your own number 1 for this eclipse portal through May. Put your needs before everybody else's needs. And let's see what the I-Ching says for that. You got number 3. Let's see. The hero was stronger than 2 bulls, and he could cross 3 rivers in 1 leap. But all his strength was of no use against false claims by evil men. And this says you should try to be content with what you have rather than overreaching yourself. Although you may be very competent at work, you are likely not paying enough attention to your own needs and your home life. And at the moment, high positions may seem beyond your reach. So avoid getting involved in disputes with others, particularly within your family. And the sheer destructiveness of people who gossip, who attack those who they envy by chipping away at their good name, is being condemned here. If you are under attack by someone around you through unkind words or their petty actions, this can wear you out, and you may need to take a break, step away, and find that you may feel you should not be affected by such silly things. But this poem tells you you're not alone in feeling this way. Even the strongest people can be reduced to tears and unhappiness by people who maliciously attack or criticize them. So just escape this situation and keep going, and you will recover your own sense of self. And I like to read in the back sometimes, rebellious youth. This is about being consistent and being well behaved. Do not be like the rebellious youth who goes against authority, even as you're taking time out for yourself. Well, that was not as much of a fun I-Ching as I would have wanted for Aquarius. I knew somebody was going to get a little bit of a negative I-Ching, but I do wonder if there are any Aquarius that are dealing with this. I think so many people deal with this now in this social media world where we are putting ourselves out there. If you're an Aquarius and you've had people attacking you who don't even know you, maybe they're just jealous of you, and that is part of that charisma that Aquarius has, that people can be jealous, then leave it in the comments if you're an Aquarius and you have felt attacked. I'm just curious if that I-Ching is accurate. And now, last but certainly not least, is my favorite, Pisces. Pisces has a lot going on for this Aries eclipse, total solar eclipse happening on April 8th, because Saturn has entered the sign of Pisces. And this is combining during this eclipse portal with a semi-sextile to the eclipse. That semi-sextile, this is a lucky, auspicious transit. Sextiles, always good. Sextiles, we want sextiles and trines, not squares. But squares always bring a gift too. Squares aren't all bad. There's a gift to be found in squares. But the semi-sextile is much luckier. And Pisces, you have a semi-sextile to this eclipse that has you really reviewing your 5-year plans and figuring out how you're going to reach these big, lofty goals you've set for yourself. And you're really worried about your financial goals. Maybe you're getting close to retiring, or you just are thinking about your future, how you're going to buy a house, how you're going to buy a car, you're going to pay for college. You've really got your mind on your money, Pisces, and you don't have to go it alone. You are supported by the universe, Pisces. So be open-minded about how you're going to achieve your goals. And remember to allow Spirit to guide you along each step of your path, because it may turn out even better than you imagined it if you can tap in to those divine messages that are trying to reach you, Pisces. It's like Spirit is trying to tell you how to manifest your big goals, but you're too busy with your own plans and figuring out your own way. So just be open, and you may even find a brand new direction opens up, a path towards your dream life. If you can just take some time and space, maybe do some meditation or get out into nature for some nature therapy, just go out and listen to the birds and see what shows up. Some divine message is trying to come to you, Pisces. And this eclipse, if you've watched my eclipse astrology video, is actually crossing that Pisces constellation in our skies, where we have the duality of the two fishes. Are you going to swim upstream and struggle and make things hard? Or are you going to just float downstream and allow Spirit to support you and guide you and have your manifestations come effortlessly? And I hope, Pisces, you're going to choose the right path and just allow the good things to come to you, because this eclipse is a time for Pisces to dream bigger, to allow more abundance, to allow more love in. And anything is possible for Pisces right now. And let's do a little I-Ching reading for Pisces. Oh, I got two. I'm going to go with the first one I saw. Number 7. When I get two, I just go with the first one sometimes because it takes so long to... Oh, I think we already had this one. I think Taurus had this one. Taurus and Pisces got the same one. Although he reached a great position, wisely did not care for earthly things. He brewed instead the pills of heaven, forging immortality in his earthly crucible. Pisces, this is an extremely good fortune, and your position in life should soon improve, and great wealth is potentially at hand. Any plans you're acting on at the moment are likely to be successful and lead to high prospects. And if you are ill, you will soon recover. And visitors from overseas are likely, and your personal relationships will be happy and content. Power comes in 2 forms. There is temporal power, like being the head of your group or the big boss. But those who understand real power look to the second kind, spiritual power. This power does not seek to dominate, but to become so fully one with the Tao that you never die, living forever in its ebb and flow. Immortality is the ultimate union with the Tao, and it is the greatest symbol of true power, attainable only if you use this life, this earthly crucible, to help and care for as many as you can. Well, I love that for you, Pisces, and this concludes my astrology reading for all 12 signs. Thank you so much for checking this out, and I will see you next time when we get to that full moon just after the eclipse portal, and we can reconnect and talk about what all that was like for us. I hope you have a blessed eclipse situation and that the changes are the ones you want to make and everything just comes to you during this eclipse portal. Thank you.